Jesus Christ. You ever get tired of playing a game? So, I've already said that I had to start the game from the beginning due to some recording errors. Well, due to some further errors, that admittedly were my fault this time, I have had to play through Arkham Asylum a third time. That's not what we're seeing here. It's everything that follows on from this I had to play a third time to catch up. And needless to say, I am growing very sick of Arkham Asylum. It's cool to see how short the game can actually be, but my god, I'm tired of this game. Please may it go swiftly from here. Please may it go swiftly from here. I used a different save file this time, so I get 2 chances for it to go somewhat well. But even then, I don't know how exactly it's going to turn out.
Joker was behind it all. He's Jack White. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane. How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing it, Joker. Do you hear me? Wait. How did you get access to a phone?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Doc. Had to split. I hate small, confined spaces. Reminds me of my childhood.
Another lie?
Who knows? I certainly don't, but let's not get distracted with details. So, anyway, I want my monsters.
I sent you back the money. I don't want it.
Do I look like I care about money? I just want my monsters, Doc. And if you don't give them to me, well then, it won't be funny.
What I want to know is, at what point does she realise exactly what she was making? Because surely she couldn't have initially thought, I can help the patients by turning them into monsters with the help of this Jack White fellow. At what point do you just think, this is probably a bad idea. What the hell am I doing to these people? But anyway, so I've got 2 different save files this time. So if it goes wrong, again, I don't have to play through the game from the beginning. And then hope that one goes alright. But I don't know how much longer I can deal with this. I've still got about a third of the game left. But even this video has its own set of problems. So there was one point in the last video where during the recording it skipped some frames and that left the sound out of sync. It did that constantly throughout this part. But you don't see it while I'm recording. I can't see it. It happens afterwards. So there isn't anything I can do about it. All I can do is I can just go into the editor and then just try and put them in sync, which I had to do about 4 to 5 times just for this one video. I was like, this video is only like 17 minutes long. 4 to 5 times I had to do it. Because I don't know why it does it. It's just a few seconds, but it only skips the video. It doesn't skip the sound. So again and again and again, things just... You'll see Batman just snap into a new location. And that's where I had to edit the sound in. And it was an absolute pain. So in terms of what we now have to deal with. So Poison Ivy has been given some Titan by Joker. So now she's got a bunch of rogue plants going around. I thought she could do this naturally. I don't know what the Titan's for. But anyway... So we have a bunch of these pods. So when Batman approaches these pods, they will let out these spores, which will then chase down Batman and attack him. You can hit the spores with a batarang, but when you're right next to the pod, I find the batarangs don't actually tend to work. So you're just gonna get hit by the pod anyway. You're gonna get hit by the spore anyway. You can take out the pods if you want, that's what I'm doing, but they don't give you much experience, they only give you 25. Really, most of the experience you're getting around here are either from the Riddler stuff or from the crazies. And the spores can take out the crazies as well. They home in on Batman, despite that cutscene when we left the gardens. They don't actually attack the crazies, but if the crazies are like on Batman's back, as he gets hit by the spores, it will take them out. I think it happens to me twice during this video. I mean, you can use the back claw on them if you want. It's not going to do much. Generally, they won't jump on Batman's back while he's doing a ground takedown on one of the others, but it does happen every now and then. So that will interrupt your attack. And once again, while catching up again, I did manage to get my combo up high enough again. You said that you cannot perform the special combo takedown here. But there's one. That's jump number 1. And we're going to be seeing that a bunch more times. Yeah, that wasn't anything I skipped. The sound I've had to edit back into place, but the actual video, nothing to do with me. It just did that, and I can't see that while recording. It's just on instant game view on it. There's number 2. And I just don't know what the cause of it is. It's supposed to be a better laptop. I thought the Elgato was supposed to be better than the Hallfog. How do you make it worse than Hallfog? That thing was a pain.
Patient continues to show bizarre and irrational tendencies. On continued observation, it is clear that he believes he can in some way influence the inevitable destruction of this city. Tests prove what can only be described as a buried messiah complex. I fear is untreatable.
Yeah, you know what? That sums up my equipment pretty well, you know? Continues to show bizarre and irrational tendencies. I agree, Joker. That's my equipment perfectly summed up right there. Again, that riddle bothers me because it takes so long for you to be able to get it. You see it every time you come to this part of Arkham Island. Yeah, I'm pretty much just going around taking care of everything. We have to go back to the mansion because in order to work out how we get to Killer Croc, we need to speak to Cash, who is still in the mansion when we last left him. So we are a very long way from the mansion. It was only until I got back to here that I was like, oh right, the mansion. So the pods do change colour as you approach them. That's to tell you that they are about to launch the spores. So like that. It's like as he jumps on me, I guess, I don't know how that happened. It didn't look like it. Definitely looked like it hit me. But I think I did take damage from it, but it took out the crazy as well. And he was very far away. I'm surprised that thing even launched some spores. As you approach them, they go red, they eventually launch spores. Even if you sneak up, it's going to happen. However, if you sneak up on them, it will take longer for them to release the spores. The thing is, it's all about trying to work out when the best time to move is. Because if you're too far away and you try and sneak up on them, then you're still going to be... They're still going to launch the pod by the time you actually get there. And yeah, if you go into the punching animation while the spores are still there, they will hit you while you're still in the animation. You'll still kill the pod, but you'll take damage yourself. So just take the spores out with the Batarang, if it lets you. Right. Now we can go into the mansion. Unfortunately, the poison ivy stuff also means that some areas can't be accessed anymore. It's generally, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's only a few specific areas. It might be more so later on in the game, but I think there are some areas that are blocked off. Like, we can't go into the floor of the mansion anymore. The floor is now toxic. That was already done. So we can't explore that much of the mansion at the moment. We're not going to be able to until we've defeated Poison Ivy, which is quite a long way off at the moment. Everything else though, you have access to most other things. You have access to most of the intensive treatment. Well, once you get in there anyway. We won't be able to... We can't get into the intensive treatment... Can we? I'm not actually sure. I've never tried. I might have... Now that I have a line launcher, I may have been able to get in. No, without talking to anybody. But I imagine it doesn't actually let me do anything until I've already spoken to Cash.
She teamed up with
Whether or not the door is unlocked, I don't know.
Is that I can stop the plants taking over the island, but
There's always
Now I'm curious. The next time I play Batman Arkham Asylum, I'm going to try that out.
I found a door in the sewers, but it's sealed shut.
that monster's
Cash
got
looks...
its own
So,
treasure, sir.
this is where you can really... It just looks like I can mould Cash's face into anything I want.
You just drop
And he looks angry.
and try to forget about it. It's locked off. More security than the Joker. You won't get in without the warden's permission.
Luckily,
He has
we already have the codes.
Thanks, Cal.
So that's no problem for us. I guess we can't really tell Cash that.
Cleared the plants.
You know, you think that it's Batman. He's gonna know the codes. Because, you know, it's Batman. Yeah, we already have the codes from the warden, so we don't need to worry about that. What we have to do now is make our way back to the intensive treatment where we were at the start of the game. However, the front door to intensive treatment is always locked, so we have to find another means of getting up there. So let's make our way out of the mansion. Climbing is a bit weird in this game. It's like there are times where what should I press? It says press X to climb, but there are times where also just holding up on the analog stick works just as well, selectively. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But if there's anything I do want to know, it's what is the purpose of this door? How is anybody ever supposed to get up to this room? That is the most random place for a door ever. Like there's just a ventilation shaft here. There's no plans for to actually have anybody enter that room through that ventilation shaft. So what was the purpose of that door? There's no other way of getting up there. It's like it's a Batman specific door in a building that I imagine was built long before Batman. Or at least in the early days of Batman. Let's lay our trap. They're not guards, they're just skies. It's the only time this ever happens as well. I'm getting Lego Star Wars flashbacks. They remind me of the disguised clones. That never actually appeared in the film. I think they were supposed to be in Revenge of the Sith, but they never showed up. Something in concept, that since Revenge of the Sith wasn't actually out by that point, they were going by the concepts. So I couldn't quite get the sound right. I tried my best, damn it. It happened so many times. I'll try and keep that combo going. Unfortunately, they don't like me to keep the combo going. Yeah, the sound cut out there as well. I definitely don't... That wasn't me. It just did that. That's the one time the sound actually cut out. Even in the raw video that happens. I don't know why. Is this the right way? Let's go.
Batman, every route into intensive treatment is locked, and there's nothing I can do to bypass.
This line is a bit confusing.
There was a sniper up on the roof.
There was a sniper on the roof. He's just showed up. What do you mean there was a sniper on the roof? Surely there should be there's a sniper on the roof, or there is a sniper on the roof. There was makes no sense. Here's another jump. Just I'm crouching. There we go. That one was probably the hardest to get in sync. When you're outside of the asylum, just going around Arkham Island, there's very little music. The most we ever seem to get is just this little piece, like da-da-da. That's all you get, and then after a few seconds, after a number of seconds really, it would eventually do like a louder one. Just go da-da-din. But that is as far as the music goes here. Right, for the longest time I never knew how you're supposed to deal with this sniper. So what you gotta do is if you go in detective mode, you can see the laser for the sniper rifle. Then what you want to do is you want to wait while he's aiming over there. Eventually he does move a little bit. So it's best just to make sure he's further away. Do the same with the guys that are, while you're heading towards Arkham Mansion. Yeah, see, that worked. Somehow he didn't notice me. You can hit him with the Batarang as well. That can be useful as long as you're fast enough. Having the Batarang power upgrade can really help. Yeah, as long as it works, unlike that one stealth section where it didn't work. And suddenly I remembered, oh wait, there's another Riddler trophy. So there's two just off to our left. We can't get one of them yet. We need the Ultra Backlaw. But we can get the higher one because... Oh, no, there's a different piece of music. Like a drum or something. So we head on over here. It's like it's like this was built for Batman. Then we can get that Riddler trophy. We can't get the lower one down yet. What I don't know is if the front door for the intensive treatment remains locked. No, I don't think it. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty sure you can gain access to it later. I think that tree that's blocking the door, it does move slightly out of the way later on. I think that's what happens anyway. It's not much, but it does move. But it's enough to allow you access into the intensive treatment. What is the difference between all of these buildings anyway? Like, the mansion is its own thing, okay. The gardens, don't know why they're even here. But you have a medical building, okay. You have a penitentiary, which seems to be where the craziest mooks are kept, as well as Poison Ivy and Clayface. And then you have intensive treatment, which just... Well, all three of them seem to have cells. The medical doesn't have many, but it does have some. It has Killer Croc, some in it at least. And it has a few others. The penitentiary has a lot. Intensive treatment has a lot. What is the difference between all of these places? What does one do that the others don't? That's what I want to know. And how come Poison Ivy is like the only one of the super criminals that's got a cell in the penitentiary instead of intensive treatment? Yeah, technically Killer Croc is. It's beneath the intensive treatment. Everyone else is there, mainly in the extreme isolation area. Yeah, I also don't know why that Great was sort of going insane for a while then. It's like it had the Mook's ragdoll physics or something. Alright. We got quite a difficult stealth section coming up, but that won't be until the next part, where I hope that we don't have any more sound issues. As if I can record anything without having some sort of problem. I'm not allowed to, simple as that. Don't know why, I'm just not allowed to. So, I will see you guys next time.